Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Minnesota Twins game review. What a big game right there for the Minnesota Twins. A little scary at the end, but nonetheless, the Twins get it done again today against the Detroit Tigers. Get the series sweep of 2 games since the game was canceled on Friday. But the Twins improved to 8-4 with a 6-4 victory today. We're going to go through the whole game, of course, and give you my insight, give you the review of the game. So let's just jump into it. What a crazy start to the game by Berríos. Did not pitch well. Let's go to his box score. Actually, let's go to the regular box score first. Jumping ahead of myself here. So Detroit scored 4 runs on 8 hits. Minnesota really hit the ball well today. They saw Zimmerman really good. I mean, Zimmerman, he's fallen off since his days in Washington, and the Twins really have had his number lately. I mean, Cruz was even at the point where he had never been retired by Zimmerman. But let's go down to, Berríos here. Oh, the Twins also scored 6 runs on 14 hits. That's a lot of hits. Not as productive at the plate today, but 16 hits, or 14 hits, excuse me, 6 runs. Not a bad day at all. We just got to figure out how to score a couple more runs, get a couple more insurance runs. But for the most part, a great job today by everyone in the lineup, except for Schoop. I mean, he's the only player who didn't get a hit, but he'll figure it out. So Berríos 2-1, Zimmerman 0-2, and Hildenberger gets the save after Blake Parker struggled. But yeah, we'll talk about that here in a second. So Berríos went 6 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs. It was a home run on a... I mean, he pitched really good. He struggled in the first 2 innings, but really figured it out. 7 strikeouts, 1 walk. I mean, he is still one of the best pitchers, I think, in the AL this year. But yeah, he got off to a little bit of a cold start. You know, what, 25, 26 pitches in the first inning, then gave up a 2-run home run on a good 0-2 curveball to, who was it? Beckham. Yeah, there you go. And tied the game up at 2, but, you know, from that point on, he was solid and, retired 9 or 10 batters a row, and then he didn't really give up another threat until the 7th inning, and then they got out of it. I think Trevor May was the next person to come in, right? Yep, Trevor May came in, shut down in the 7th inning, struggled a little bit in the 8th, and we'll talk about that. But he came in, did really well. Berríos did really well, and overall, a very good job pitching-wise for the most part at the beginning, and our hitting. So let's go through our hitters. Kepler improves to a 6. I don't know where that number came from. 10-game hitting streak. He went 1 for 5 today, scored the first run, got a double right away. That set up the tone. Polanco, he went 2 for 4. Cruz went 2 for 4 with a run. And then Rosario coming up in the first inning, a huge 2-run RBI for him. Eddie Rosario had a big day as well, 3 for 4. 2 RBIs, as I said, came in the first inning, really set the tone. And then 2 runs as well. Cron had a big day, 1 for 3. He had a home run. We had 3 RBIs as well. Gonzalez got a hit, 1 for 4. Garver still hot, 2 for 3. He had a couple doubles. And Buxton 2 for 4. He had a double as well and an RBI. Schoop went 0 for 4. But everyone else in the lineup, and I said this from day one, the Twins don't need to rely on one in particular person. They don't need to rely on Cruz. They don't need to rely on Schoop. They don't need to rely on Garver, because Garver's going to step up when Schoop doesn't. Gonzalez struggles a little bit, but who cares, because Cron is hitting a home run. Rosario went 3 for 4 today. Polanco still 2 hits on the day. Buxton 2 hits on the day. I mean, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys got 2 hits or more. Kepler had a big double. I mean, almost everybody was a factor in some way, especially in the beginning, and we were up 5-2 for the most part. Then into the middle innings, nothing really happened. Their reliever, who was it, Norris, he really did a good job after Zimmerman struggled, but we were able to get, a home run off of him as well. Yep, Rosario hit the home run in the 7th. That was a big insurance run, and that was a great job by, us figuring it out how Norris was going to pitch and able to get out of that inning. So now let's talk about the scary 8th and 9th inning. All right. So like I said yesterday, I'm a little nervous about Parker. this is several times now that he has come into the game and he struggled. He lost us the first game against Cleveland. 2 wild pitches, a fly ball from Allen. I think it's Tim Allen, maybe. I don't know. I don't care. But Allen, the guy who did hit that fly ball, scored him, made it 2-1. And we lost that game. Blake Parker threw 2 wild pitches on his splitter. It didn't help us at all. We lost that game. Then he came in Philly. Didn't pitch great. He's gotten a couple of saves. Maybe it was Kansas City. Got a couple of saves, but also a little bit scary. You know, he's letting runners on. This game, yesterday, again, letting runners on, and not really. I mean, yesterday he was able to pitch out of it. Today he didn't. And again, I'm not sure if it's just how cold it is in Minnesota, if he just can't find his release point or what, but he is relying on his fastball. And I told you yesterday, it's not that great. 92, touch 93, 91, 92. That's great. I mean, it's not a great fastball. It's middle of the road, right? But since he has that splitter and that curveball, that makes it seem a little bit faster because you got to worry about those other 2 pitches. But now, 2 days in a row, he has only thrown that fastball. And to look forward to the Blue Jays, they're not going to be sitting on, oh, he has that splitter until he can throw it. I'm going to go up there looking for a fastball, and if I get that fastball, I'm going to crush it. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, yesterday he relied on that splitter to set up his fastball. Today he really hit that fastball hard to try to rely on the splitter, and he never really had to throw the splitter, but he could not find the strike zone with it. And I'm not saying, like, I know that the announcers were saying, you know, hey, he's not really a strikeout pitcher with that pitch, with the splitter trying to strike him out in the zone, rather. It's supposed to be a chase pitch. There we go. Finally got my words in order, but he could not do that today. They were not chasing it, so he had to rely on the fastball, and it worked yesterday. Today, it just didn't. He couldn't really find that splitter. The fastball wasn't working exactly where he needed it to. He got, what, 1 strikeout with it? Yeah, I think 1 strikeout with that fastball, but otherwise than that, a walk, a little hit, and that loaded the bases. He hit a batter, walked a batter, and then was there a hit as well? Loaded the bases. Actually, there were 2 walks. Excuse me, 2 walks and a hit batter, and he loaded the bases. Unfortunately, we have Hildenberger. I tell you what, Hildenberger did great. Absolutely came in, shut it down, 2 strikeouts in his .2 innings of work. He struck out 2 guys on 7 pitches through one slider that was a ball, and I don't know how. I mean, you don't swing at that, but great job for Hildenberger to record the Twins save. That was fantastic, and he got us out of that inning. So I honestly really like Hildenberger. I think I said it in one of the previous videos, like way back in like January or February, that Hildenberger should be our closer. I'm not against Parker. I think he would be fine if he is able to find his pitches. But Hildenberger last year kind of came in after we traded Fernando Rodney, or got rid of him. I don't care. But Hildenberger really, he stepped it up last year. Trevor May has done well. Those 2 guys are really good. Not that Parker's not, but just Parker can't find the strike zone. Hildenberger came in and shut it down. I would like to see him be used more. And finally, before we get done with this video, I think we cannot not mention a beautiful play by Buxton in center field. They were talking about how windy it was out there, how still it's super cold. Buxton made a great play at the wall. The ball was behind him. He probably just overran it, or maybe the wind took it a little bit. Reached behind him, made a fantastic play, ran into the wall. I was terrified. I thought he was hurt, to be honest. But a great job by him to track that ball, make a fantastic catch. I can't remember if there was a runner on base at that point or not. It doesn't matter because that took away a huge hit. I think there was a runner on base as well. So that was absolutely huge. That was probably the best play I've seen this year by them. Also, Polanco made an incredible play in the hole, diving, the other way. I heard that he made a great play last night too. This is a team that is doing very well hitting, right? 14 hits today. Like I said, we could have had more runs, but We're hitting the ball well. We have some fantastic defense behind us. And right now, it is a great time to be a Twin. So, there's so much that happened today, right? Kepler's 10-game hitting streak. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. I think I did. 10-game hitting streak, doing fantastic. Buxton made a fantastic play. I've used fantastic so much, but he made a great play. We struggled at pitching again, but hey, like I keep saying, we found a way to win. That's the most important thing. And again, when you score 5 or 6 runs in a game, you deserve to win. And today we did, and we definitely deserved that win. So overall, a great game. The Twins are 8-4, still at the top of the division. Since Kansas City beat Cleveland yesterday, we have the sole possession of the top. They are tied right now in the bottom of the 9th with a runner on third, nobody out. So hopefully Kansas City can go ahead and get a walk-off there. And we will be 2 games up in the AL Central. A good time, especially looking forward to go ahead and face the Blue Jays and then the Orioles. So winnable games there. I think we are looking at, like I said, 13-3. That would have been a great number. If we could sweep the Blue Jays, get a couple against the Orioles, we are looking really, really good. Actually, I said 9-4, didn't I? Or 9-3? I don't know. It doesn't. Forget what I said. We won the game today. That's all that matters. And we'll come back tomorrow when we play the Blue Jays. So that's all I got for you today. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. But other than that, we will see you tomorrow for another Twins video. And until then, peace out.